Just want to know why you want me to do what you want me to do. I'll do anything. Some people, they don't like the questions. Just do what I told you to do, meat puppet.
Chris Cuomo. You know, I'm starting to get the impression that you want people to forget your past. That interview you did with Tucker did a great job of humanizing you and almost making you seem like a likable guy. And while there may be a case for both of those things, I think Tucker went quite easy on you. Trying to rebrand yourself as some sort of anti-establishment figure because you got fired by the establishment when you became too much of a liability is a bit of a stretch. From covering for his brother's inappropriate behavior to being a total dick. Here are 5 things Chris Cuomo hopes you forgot.
CNN anchor Chris Cuomo got into a verbal altercation with a man, reportedly threatening to throw him down the stairs. The man apparently called Cuomo by the name Fredo, referring to the fictional character from the Godfather films, which led to this confrontation.
I thought that's who you were.
Oh, from the right called me Fredo. My name is Chris Cuomo. I'm an anchor on CNN.
You're much.
Fredo is from the Godfather. He was that weak brother.
Isn't that your?
And they used it as an Italian aspersion. Any of you Italian?
I'm a little. I got a little.
It's an insult to your people. It's an insult to your people. It's like the N-word for us.
Look, I get it. Confronting someone that called you something petty, but you might have went a tad far on that one. This inevitably ended in the Streisand effect, where everyone started referring to Chris as Fredo. He might have been better off just going the Clay Aiken route, but if you think that's bad, we're just getting started. December 2nd, 2013, Chris Cuomo defends interviewing his brother, the at the time governor of New York.
You looked at Twitter today, and some people have criticized, why is a Cuomo interviewing a Cuomo? Let me just read 2 tweets. One, call me old-fashioned, but I feel like CNN ought to have had someone not named Cuomo interview Governor Cuomo.
Reporting is all connections, right? One of my regrets would be that my brother didn't give me any exclusive information that he didn't give other people. That would have been nice. Then I would have felt that all the criticism is well worthwhile.
Interviewing your brother while you're a reporter is just such an obvious conflict of interest that I'm surprised it was ever allowed in the first place. And judging by this video, it seems everybody was always uneasy about it. What is even more shocking is how this became a routine performed all the time. Look, I get it, he's your brother, but obviously this isn't okay, and it never was. It doesn't really matter what you're talking about, and I'm pretty convinced nobody ever enjoyed it. Check this out.
First of all, is it true that when you were having the test administered, you inhaled and the doctor's finger went all the way up your nose and got stuck and had to be released with a tool? Is that true? Just to deal with the record.
She wanted to comment that I have a little button nose, and she was afraid that the swab would actually hurt because it extended my nasal cavity.
The proboscis issue.
There must be some sort of inside joke going on here, because I just don't get it. And I just don't get how anyone would want this from their news channel. But if you think that's bad, we haven't even covered his COVID era yet. March 31st, 2020, CNN announces anchor Chris Cuomo has been diagnosed with COVID. Amongst the overblown catastrophe that was the pandemic, Chris Cuomo essentially served as a constant propaganda piece for the network, where he would broadcast from his COVID basement. It was quite disturbing.
I gotta ask, because you look a little bit better to me, Chris. Are you feeling better too?
I feel better. I'm scared by this. I'm scared by the potential of this, and it frustrates me because I can't get out of this basement.
This absolute shameless propaganda was exposed when a man claimed to have gotten into an altercation with Chris Cuomo when he was supposed to be in his quarantine basement, showing just how much of a farce it all was to begin with.
The cyclist says he stopped his bike about 100 feet away, and that's when he recognized the CNN anchor.
I said, you're supposed to be quarantining. What are you doing out? What are you doing with all these people? You're not, I said, you're not even practicing social distancing.
All right, here it is. The official re-entry from the basement, cleared by CDC. A little sweaty, just worked out, happens. This is what I've been dreaming of, literally for weeks.
What a dick. Imagine thinking you could be a live propaganda piece on CNN and not think someone is gonna call you out when you go outside, when you're claiming to be under quarantine in your basement. Total clown show. This is honestly one of the more perfect examples of why the pandemic years were totally absurd. But if you think that's the end of Chris Cuomo's unethical behavior, you would be wrong. Check this out. August 18th, 2021, Chris Cuomo addresses his brother, Andrew Cuomo, resigning as the New York governor, amongst a slew of abuse allegations.
My brother, as you know, resigned as governor of New York and will be stepping down next week. Everyone knows you support your family. I know and appreciate that you get that. But you should also know I never covered my brother's troubles because I obviously have a conflict. And there are rules at CNN about that. I said point blank, I can't be objective when it comes to my family. So I never reported on the scandal. And when it happened, I tried to be there for my brother. I'm not an advisor, I'm a brother. I wasn't in control of anything. I was there to listen and offer my take.
While he claims to have only offered advice to his brother, what he doesn't talk about is the fact that he was actively texting his brother's aide behind the scenes, that he had a lead on one of his brother's accusers. What they intended to do with such a lead, I could only guess. But Andrew Cuomo isn't the only one getting people accusing him of being inappropriate.
Exactly 1 month after Andrew Cuomo stepped down as the governor of New York, his brother, CNN's Chris Cuomo, is now being accused of inappropriate behavior. His former boss has come forward to say years ago he touched her where he shouldn't have.
Then again, I guess they are Italian.
He said, "I'm not a pervert, I'm just Italian." I said, "What? Did you hear him say that?"
Yeah, this family clearly has some problems. And this is only a handful of the reasons that I'm super hesitant in believing that Chris Cuomo had some sort of coming to light experience and is all of a sudden anti-establishment, when he has done nothing but serve the establishment's agenda since his career's inception. What do you guys think? Do you think he's some sort of changed man or a fraud? Well, if you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe so you can help us defeat the clutches of the algorithm. And if you want to watch another video, may I suggest this one on how Ian Miles Chong ruined Twitter. Till next time, guys. Peace.